Well, Jackie, thank you so much for helping with my project. Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me. I'm Jackie. I'm currently a senior at Carnegie Mellon. Um, yeah, and I guess we got connected through mutuals.
What are you studying?
I'm studying business administration, statistics, and human computer interaction. Yeah, so I'm a triple major.
Wow, that's quite a important field.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty exciting. Graduating very soon. Um, Ready to like just go out there and be a adult and start doing that.
Well, did you know that NASA is planning to send people to the moon in 2024?
I do not think I knew that.
What do you think about it?
I think it's definitely very exciting. I think space is very interesting. At least like kind of what popped into my mind is like I like to watch The 100, which is like a TV show, and then it's like about like people like in like space shuttle and then like coming back down to Earth. It's like surviving. I guess like that space travel. So I think that's very cool. I would love to like have a chance to go to like space. You know.
Now, the 100, in this the one where they have like a space station and Earth is uninhabitable, but
Mhm.
apparently Earth has become a little bit of habitable, or they wanted to check it out, and they send 100 kids down. It's like the troublemakers, I think, get sent down or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It's like the delinquents get sent down because they're running out of air on the space shuttle. And they realize that Earth like has people already like living and surviving for a couple years or so at least, or for like more than a couple years, and then they have to like figure out like how to navigate like these different groups and like loyalties.
Have you watched the entire series?
Yeah, I've actually watched it twice, so
Oh, really?
big fan of it. Yeah, I think it really like got me into like I guess like that like type of like space travel and like love for adventure.
Is it more like the survivor aspect of it that really interests you, like the group dynamics, the like?
Yeah, yeah, definitely because there's like different groups that are already like on Earth, and then they had to come down, but then like I guess like spoilers slightly is that like later on they had to like go back into space and like do that type of traveling. I guess they never go to the moon, but they are like traveling throughout space and like different dimensions as well. It's very cool.
Um, Now, whenever you think about humanity in the future, and just for a kind of like a benchmark to look at, if we go back 500 years, you have uh, Christopher Columbus coming from Europe to North America, and beginning a big migration between Europe and North America and the rest of the world and the Americas as well. Um, Until now, I mean, it's just like so much has happened since then, right? You had the Industrial Revolution, electrification. We discovered how to fly, nuclear power. We've sent people to space. But if you go forward 500 years, where do you think humanity ends up?
Hmm. I guess that depends how well we take care of like Earth right now. Um, yeah, I guess hopefully there's not like anything like drastically horrible happens or like I think we really have to like start keeping up, I guess like being able to maintain like where we live currently. But I do think like space travel within like 500 years is like very possible like to like even further maybe like exploring if there's anything else like that's like very habitable. Yeah, I think maybe like we'll start seeing some of like the cool like sci-fi like aspects of like I don't know it's just kind of like blows your mind I guess like ships being able to like jump forward like very fast or like being able to like freeze yourself and then revive like a couple years and like after traveling like I think that would be very like exciting like dimension of like travel as well. Yeah.
Um, how, um, I guess, do you think humanity is alone in the universe?
Mm, I guess I guess that depends on like I don't know. I think I guess I think that maybe we aren't. Um, there could be, I guess, if you think about like, what's, I guess I'm thinking about like movies and stuff again, but I guess if you think about like maybe there are like, I don't know, beings that are like even more intelligent than we are, like further advanced than we are, and just like maybe they're watching us. Who knows? Maybe they're watching us, like watching us struggle more than they are. Maybe like watching us advance as well, or like trying to like get to where they are. It's very possible, I guess. Yeah.
There's some TV show that aliens are watching called like the 7 Billion.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Well, no, because there's about 7 billion people on Earth, so
Mhm.
maybe that's what they're watching. Like you said, they could be watching us, right?
Yeah, they could be more advanced, or maybe they're like around the same, or like less or different. I don't know, like Star Wars E, like could just be like different species. Yeah, or totally like I don't know, not made of like organic matter. That could be made of like other things, I guess. Who knows? Yeah.
Well, you mentioned taking care of the Earth. There's some people I've talked to who've said, "Why are we sending people to space when we have all these problems here on Earth?" And I was just wondering how you sort of approach
Hmm.
that dynamic.
Yeah, definitely. I think like doing what you can with like I don't know, recycling, like not being wasteful, like going to like I don't know, being trying to be sustainable is very hard. And I guess like I just think that like with the rate we're going at, it's not going very well for us. Unless like there's like like maybe like I don't know, like laws or something that are like changing for that more. I think like 500 years later, like we would not be in a good state most likely. So I don't know, not optimistic, but I think maybe like exploring all the options is a good approach.
If you could, would you go to space?
Yes, yes, I definitely would. I guess I like to explore, like to explore like new cities, try new things, travel. I think I guess it's kind of scary because you don't like. I think there was like the first teacher or who was supposed to be the first teacher to go up, like didn't make it. But I guess like that's a little bit scary. Like if you like go up and like things fail or something happens. But I think it would be definitely very cool opportunity to go.
How far would you go? Just to orbit, or like to the moon and back, or would you consider immigrating to a new city on Mars?
I think I don't think I would be able to live there like long term. So probably just like going to like space shuttle or like maybe orbiting. I think would be cool to do. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate your time. I kind of see this as being like a time capsule for people 50 years, 100 years from now, looking back on right before this new space age. Is there
Mhm.
anything that you want them to know about our times, or anything else?
Mm, I guess I kind of want to turn it back on you, like kind of like where do you think we'll be in 500 years or so? Um,
Well, I think the 2020s is going to be the decade that the 1970s was supposed to be. So, have you been following SpaceX and what they've been doing with the Starship down here in Brownsville, Texas, or Boca Chica?
I think I've seen like maybe like some news, but I don't think I've been following it that closely.
One reason space has been so expensive and we've seen so little development in it is is because we spend years building rockets that are literally used one time.
Hmm.
And in Brownsville, developing a completely reusable space system that could carry 100 people to space at a time, could fly like up to 3 times per day, and they're building a factory that's looking at making 2 of these per week. So like the scale of being able to move things into orbit and beyond is going to be cheaper and beyond anything that's ever been contemplated before. And it's all happening right now. Like within the next, I would say 6, 7 years, you'd be able to go from like the US to any place in the world in like 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. I guess like the expansion of like like space, like from a commercial point of view, could be like happening right now, and I just didn't know it.
Yeah, it's going to be like the next frontier. I mean, I think the next 2030, we will look back at this time and not imagine um, a time when we didn't travel in space as freely as we will then.
Mm, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I guess I wonder like kind of how like just like thinking about like maybe like like kind of like city planning or like like I guess like structurally like how things would be like built in or like how living would happen. I think it would be very interesting as well, depending on like where I guess people go or like kind of like what's available. Yeah, I guess in my mind I always thought like maybe like for SpaceX like it wouldn't be like the normal average day person like going yet.
Yeah, Elon did a presentation back in 2016 on the current Starship design. I mean, the predecessor to the current Starship design. And he said that his goal is to try to get it down so an average family could actually liquidate the resources on Earth and buy a ticket to go to Mars. And he felt like that price right now was like $500,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to afford that one, but it's definitely I guess like good to think about like where you can reach, like when you look up at the sky and see the stars. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate your time. I know you're in the middle of studying for finals, and I wish you luck. I know you'll do well.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, well, talk to you later.
Mhm. Bye now.